you've said that Ihumātao is one of the most significant land occupations and issues we've seen for a long time. That's the basis of your point about why you think one of the points why she should be here. Are you going to go?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't believe a leader necessarily needs to insert themselves in this. I think that's the problem.
Hang on. You just said you've accepted that this is one of the most significant land occupations and issues of New Zealand at the moment, and yet as the leader of the opposition, wouldn't it be prudent, sensible, the right thing to do to go and hear what these people have to say? You don't have to agree with them.
The Prime Minister has made a bad error of judgment. She has set a very poor precedent. And ultimately what she is saying and what the government is saying by what they've done stepping into this is that they are not serious about building more houses. She shouldn't have got involved. This is a matter that has now been through court, as I understand it, multiple times, has treaty settlements in relation to it, where the local iwi has
So
worked
hang
with
on,
Fletchers
you're just saying build the houses,
decision.
that's it. You've got no sympathy for these protesters at all.
No, as I've said a number of times now, I'm no cultural Philistine. I understand at a level that the issues at play in terms of culture and history here. But you've got a situation where the local iwi and Fletchers have worked through those matters sensitively. They are preserving important parts, and they've got to get on and build 480 houses.
But that is essentially the position the government has taken here.
Well, no, but they haven't. And if it was the position...
What they've done
why
is
did the Prime Minister press pause and inflame
because
this
she
and
saw
own this
it was
on Friday?
It was an escalating situation. Is it not unreasonable to pause the situation, say, to try and figure out a solution? She's not taking a position one way or the other at the moment.
I think you're making a better case for the Prime Minister than she and the government has made. She got involved. She set a bad precedent, and it shows that the government's lack of seriousness
what's
about
the precedent
building
she set here?
That they are going to intervene as a government where there's been treaty settlements, where there's been a number of court cases that have resolved this and would allow Fletchers to get on
so to be
with
clear,
iwi to build houses.
If you were Prime Minister, you would say nothing, do nothing on this.
It might not be that I'd say nothing, but I would not be intervening in this particular instance the way the Prime Minister is. What's she going to do next time?
And despite being the leader of the opposition, whose job is to hold the government to account, you don't want to go there and talk to these protesters and hear their concerns. I mean, I'm not. You don't have to agree.
Never say never. It's not really a matter that I've considered in great detail. But you get my fundamental point.
So hang on. Never say. We've got to go. We're running out of time. Never say never. So you're now saying you might go.
Well, yeah, it's ultimately not about me. I'm not the one. It isn't actually. I'm not the Prime Minister who on Friday afternoon after 6 p.m.
But you hold this government to account, and it's fair enough to criticise this government. Absolutely fair enough to come on national radio and criticise the government about their approach.
She would cause halt. She would say to Fletchers, you know what? We're not serious about building houses. Put a stop on it.
I'm not arguing that. I'm saying it's fair enough for you to come and criticise their approach, but surely as the opposition, you would want to hear what they have to say. So will you go?
I believe the houses should be built. We'll see what happens in terms of going. It's not a priority.
Not ruling it out.
It's not a priority.